Hey, what's going on, people?
What's going on tonight, man?
You already know what time it is, man. It's another episode of That's the Way Love Goes, man. It's me, Maurice Savage Jr.
And KG Williams.
You already know what this show is about. It's about going about relationships and life the right way. Positive vibes only. Get rid of all toxic behavior. No excuses. Men be accountable. Women be accountable. And as always, when I do this show, I bring some friends along the way. They tell their experiences on love, relationships, and things like that. So without further ado, you already know how it goes. People introduce themselves, tell their businesses what they got going on or any side gigs going on. So we love to keep everybody supported. Yeah, I mean, black people going up. So first off, I'm gonna start off with my man Jasmine, teammate. We just won a championship together in October for real. I didn't even know his last name was Reed, but I call him Ed Reed in Redona. I call him Ed Reed. That's straight up like that. So that's my man Ed Reed. Go and tell people what you got going on, where they can find you at, and about your business and things like that.
How y'all doing? Hope everybody's having a great night tonight. But yeah, I have a clothing line called Us Clothing. We stand against racism and injustice. So when you see that logo, just know what that is. And I also have a manufacturing company called Uniform Pro, where we do like customization uniforms for like Lido's Pizza, 7-Eleven, and different contracts like that. Anne Arundel is our biggest contract. So if you ever need any shirts done, please hit us up. You can visit our website at standwithusclothing.com. Phone number is 443-766-0345. We're on IG, Facebook, Us Clothing 2020. And you can always hit me up personally. DM as always works. And here to help.
Sound like you doing big things.
Hey, it was a pleasure being a teammate with this guy. Next up, you feel me, the wonderful, the beautiful Tammy. Go ahead and tell the people what you got going on with the people.
Hey, everybody. Okay, this is my second time, and I'm feeling groovy. Yes. Well, I do real estate. I love what I do. I find houses, I sell houses, and he just gave a whole thing. So I'm going to give my number too, 442-790-1334. Tammy Hall, Tammy.Hall@remax.net. Would love to serve you and help you gain wealth.
Okay. What's up?
Excellent, man.
Yeah. Next up, you feel me? My little sister, she's back up here representing for her brother. Say what's up to the people, what you got going on, sis.
Hey, everybody. It's crazy because I ain't got nothing going on. I'm just working. I'm a cybersecurity analyst. I actually just got a new job.
That's staying on right there.
Beautiful, boo.
Yeah, I'm quite sure they keeping you busy.
Not right now. It's kind of slow right now just because it's the end of the year. Things are definitely going to pick up in the beginning of the year. But like I said, I just started with this company, actually working for Johns Hopkins now, out in Laurel at their APL lab. So that's what I'm doing. So I don't have nothing to promote or anything like that. I'm just working on my studies.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Okay, next up, she's been on here a lot of times. Say what's up to the people. Hi,
Hi, it's your girl Paige. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm your girl Paige. I'm having technical difficulties over here, but I am your event planner, your all-around party planner. I do custom designs, custom decor. I am an artist, so if it's anything that you need painted, I have you there, and I'm available to host your sip and paints. You can check me out on Facebook as Lisa Lady Page, or on Instagram, Lady Page 1.
Okay. And next up, Heidi. Say what's up to the people and what you got going on.
Hi, my name's Heidi. I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I just opened up my own practice. You can find me at Brighter Living Mental Health Services, LLC. I have a website. I'm on Facebook. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Man, that's what I like to see, man. Everybody plugging their stuff in. Everybody got stuff going on. That's what's up.
Okay. You already know how I do the show. I always throw a bonus question. So let's go and get it out the way. Bonus question, you feel me? It's go like this. How do you think a person should handle this situation when a man proposes to his woman and she doesn't approve of the ring? She says that's not the one I wanted, or that's not enough carats. So instead of it being about the proposal, now it's about what it's not and what it should have been. So should the guy take the ring back and do better, or should the woman suck it up and handle it? So I'm gonna let you answer first, sis, because I saw you with your hand.
No, I have a clarifying question. Did she still say yes? Like, did she still say yes? And then she's like, hey, look, listen, this ring need to be a little bit better, or did she just say no?
Well, I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna explain the type, because I got this from like a couple scenarios that I saw. You know how you scrolling on Instagram.
Mhm.
One of them was the girl just embarrassed the dude. The street said no. It was a dude. It probably was a skit, but a dude had proposed to his girl in front of their friends and all that at a dinner, and she got up and got mad and said, "That's not the one. You know that's not the one," and walked off, storming off. That was the one. And the other one was kind of what you just said. She did accept it, but she was like, yo, where's the rest of the diamonds at? This kind of small and blah, blah. So that's why I came up with the topic. Was like, is y'all really like that? Like, that's not the one I asked for. You feel me?
Let me say how ungrateful that girl is. He should have left. I hope he left.
Yeah, I hope he ran.
Yeah, honestly.
You said you hope he ran?
Yeah.
I
mean, if she's that petty about a ring, what else is she gonna be petty about? Come on.
Well, go ahead, sis. Go ahead. Let me hear your answer then.
I feel like even if somebody proposed with a ring pop, right? Now, granted, don't give me no ring pop. I ain't with that. But I'm just saying, even if somebody proposed with a ring pop, I think it's just a gesture, because they didn't have to do that. Depending on, financial situation or whatever the case may be, like, I think you should just be happy regardless that somebody wants to even marry you, because it's a lot of women out here not even getting proposed to and will take a very little ring. But who's to say, like, right now, he like, we get married at the courthouse, where case we're gonna do a minimal, but later on when he get like, he making like show enough money, you walk around with a fat rock on her finger, and you over here, you ain't got nothing no more, because you decided to be like, nah, I ain't want it because it was little, or this not the one that I wanted. It's just like, nah, you need to be grateful at the end of the day, because yeah, it ain't gonna work.
All right. Before I let another lady answer, go ahead, Jasmine. I'm gonna let you jump in. I mean, cause speak for the fellas before we jump in later. You feel me? I mean, one girl was cool with it and just said, "Hey, baby, we can go get it appraised later." But the other girl said, "That's not the one I asked for." But go ahead. That's not it.
Well, first of all, I'd be happy that happened, because that was something that I need to know.
Yeah.
So I'm the type, I might do that on purpose, you know what I'm saying, to see what your reaction is. Because if that's what it's about, then it ain't about what I thought it was going to be. So I would be happy that happened. You know what I mean? So I would know from there, because that's a life-changing decision. And picking a partner is the most important thing. So if that was like, who would even be worried about that, or thinking about that at that moment? So it's not special enough to where as though you're worried about what your girlfriends think. You know what I'm saying? So just like the lady said earlier, I think it would just basically let's go, time to get up out of there.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it seemed like you ready, Paige. Go ahead, dive into that before I let Tammy then Heidi go in. Go ahead, Paige. How you feel about that? Both scenarios. One girl accepted it, just said we'll work on it and you will get it bigger. The other girl just said that's not the one I asked for.
Yeah. It's not about the ring. It really isn't. And if you had a discussion though, because I'm a little bit confused, because I'm hearing it's not the one that you asked for. So if we went out, we picked out a ring, and then you come back with this little ring, because you promised me something big. That's different from you proposing to me, and you came with your heart, and it really doesn't matter the size of the ring. You know what I mean? So yeah, if someone proposes to you and you love them, the size of the ring doesn't matter. And everything starts off small. That's good, and it gradually gets better. So if you were expecting a big ring because you had the conversation about getting a big ring, and then you got this little ring, then you need to be having a different type of conversation, because it's about the jewelry. But if it's about your relationship and your heart, and he proposed, like the young lady said, with the ring pop, then that should be sufficient, because it's about love. It's not about the jewelry.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Tammy. You up next. As I said again with the scenarios, they was both, one was satisfied. Well, one wasn't really satisfied. She said we'll just do better during the relationship, get something bigger. And the other girl said, that's not the one I asked for.
Well, I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm gonna speak from experience. When I got married, he knew I wanted a big old ring because I bought him a big old ring. And if you know your woman, then you do the right thing by her. Now, today, if somebody proposed to me, I would take whatever they give me. But back, blah, 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 years ago, he knew I can't pick out the ring. And I don't want you to be dissatisfied. So let's go get the ring and pick it out. But that's your man knowing you. And at that point, if y'all have that type of relationship, he gonna know whether you want. Most guys know their women. Some women want a big ring, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that if that's where you are. Today, I really wouldn't care. I love the bling, but hey, I'm divorced, so the ring don't matter anyway. But I'm just saying, if you know your woman, you're gonna know what to do. Like some guys have no clue. They get a sister or a best friend to pick out their ring. But if somebody proposed to me in front of my friends and family, no, you should not embarrass them. That is no class. That is just like, let her run out the door and keep on running. Yeah, I think that was bad. But like I said, your man will know you and he will know what you want. If he's asking you to marry, he should know what type of woman that you are. So I don't think they should get married.
All right, go ahead, Heidi. You up next. You want me to repeat the scenarios again, or you good?
No, I'm good. No, like I said, if I agree with I don't know his name, but I would be glad that would happen, because then that would tell me what type of person you are. Like if it's all about what size of the ring, or like how I propose to you, or it should be authentic. It should be about love. It's not about a ring. So I agree with all of us.
All right, cuz, what about you?
Man, know who you dealing with, man. Because if they whatever time period it was, he decided to ask her to marry him. So she got to know what he can, what he can pretty much afford and what he can't, or whatever. Right. So if you trying to get this man to get this expensive ass ring that he really can't afford, and you know he can't afford it, and then you get mad when he don't get it, like, I don't understand that. Like, no, run out that situation as fast as you can.
Let her run.
And Kanye West, get up out of there.
Oh man. Well, I was going to say, for the first scenario, when the girl was basically, she was cool with the ring and she just said, yo, we'll do better and just get big and all that. I mean, I could appreciate that. You feel me? Because I mean, the attempt, I think that she'll be impressed with that. And I'll be like, hey, babe, just for now. I've seen guys and her guys do that for now, and then I'll get something bigger. But
and even rightfully so, if she let you know that she wanted a nice ring, and all, that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that or whatever. But
I mean, hey, fellas,
you gotta know who you're dealing with.
Yeah, and fellas, as long as you try, especially for the first scenario, as long as you try, there's a lot of women out there who are reasonable and won't even be worried about you getting something bigger. They'll be satisfied with you, just the attempt, the fact that you did that shit. And then for the girl who just got up, I ain't gonna lie, I thought that was a skit because that was like crazy. She got mad, slammed the glass down, and just walked up. It had to have been a skit or something. Because it was crazy. I mean, and of course, he ran at her. It was like Bob and all that shit. And she would have been gone straight like that. I ain't running at the shit, as he said, man. And then, to me, I mean, maybe because we not on their money level, but that was a nice size ring. Anybody on I say on our level, we'd have been cool with that. But she was like, that's not the one I want. And it had me thinking like, yo, your whole wedding and marriage is just a fashion show. That's what it's only going to be about. It's all about looks. Having the best thing. You probably was going to complain at the wedding if you didn't get the right colors, the right all that shit. I mean, some of that dude that matter,
the right venue.
Yeah, you'd have been on some rich uppity shit. You feel me? Fucking the whole program up. So as I said, man, I commend you fellas who go out there and get married and go do the right thing. I mean, that's the way of life for real. But watch who you.
Now I was gonna say, let me add for you close that out. And fellas, definitely take her friend, take her, someone that is involved with you. Make a day of it. That was something that I did. I took her best friend and got a better idea.
Hold on, I want to hear this. Wait a minute. I want to hear this.
You know what I mean? Because
It's
it's
about
a lot of
knowing your
pressure.
woman.
If
It's
she
a
acting
lot
like
of
that,
pressure
it's,
keeping
it's
that out.
off. Everything goes. I feel like.
It's not the size or anything. It's just about knowing your woman and what she
Yeah.
would want, and you're making an effort to please her. And if you can't afford it, then she already is going to know that. You know what I mean? When you get to the marriage point, you're supposed to know each other.
Exactly.
It shouldn't even be a question that she run off all of that kind of grand stuff. Then he proposed to the wrong chick.
She ain't been paying attention.
That's why I said it depends on, whether or not you're having a discussion about it. Like some couples sit down and they talk about it. They even go out and pick
Yeah.
out rings together. And then other men like to surprise their woman with the ring,
Right.
So it just depends on the conversation you're having. But certainly if the person is upset, to the fact where they didn't even want to marry you because you gave them a little ring, then you were already marrying the wrong person to begin with.
That's,
Mhm.
now that you broke it down like that, that would hurt my feelings. We ain't getting married because I ain't get the right side.
I mean, it's embarrassing too, man. You asking somebody to marry you.
It's a
You
lot
got
of pressure.
all y'all people that y'all mess with there, her family, some of your people's there,
Mhm.
and then for her to go off like that and leave you sitting on one knee or however you was proposing, and not like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, that's why I kind of
Yeah.
put because that was super
That's
embarrassing.
embarrassing. Don't do him
All
like
right.
that.
All right, we're gonna start off with you, Jasmine. Then I'm gonna let Hottie answer after that. Topic number one, and I might as well go and start off with you. Did you ever feel any pressure to get married? Because some people, you propose, that's who you're in love with. But did you ever feel pressured to marry your wife?
Nah, I didn't feel no pressure. I was older, so it was recent. So it wasn't no pressure. It was, we're adults and we're trying to, prior to making our situation serious, I was already focused on myself and figuring out what I wanted, and that's what I wanted, to meet someone that I could take it to that next level with.
Okay. And the reason why I came up with this topic, because you remember back in the day, like on Living Single and all them shows, women would be mad, like, I'm 30 years old, I'm not married yet. Remember that shit? They would clown men. You in your late 30s, you ain't married yet, you ain't got a woman yet. So I just want to know that, how do you up next? Did you ever feel the pressure to be married?
No, I came from a long line of single women, so I'm not even gonna lie. Like, my mom was single, my aunt was single, my other aunt was single, and they all had their first kids at 16, so it was like a generational curse, like that we had our kids young, and I followed suit, and I'm glad that when I raised my kids, like, nobody did that. The generational curse is broke, because that was, like, we're just single and independent. And that's always been like, I don't know. I watched my mom take care of dudes her whole life, and I refused to do that. So.
Okay. So and I want my little assistant to answer next, and then I'm gonna go to you, lovely ladies. I was thinking about you today too, sis. I was listening to a Justin Bieber song, right? I used to get mad when my sister I used to get mad when she had a crush on that nigga. I wanted to whip his ass. I'm asking you, sis, with the career journey, the education that you got going on, do you feel any pressures of getting married or anything like that?
I'm not gonna say I feel any pressure about it, but I will say I did have when I was in like middle school, I just knew by 25 I was going to be married, and I had 2 kids. I was sadly mistaken because I just thought this is how life worked. But life don't work like that. And then with the tax bracket that I'm in, the job that I have, the education that I have, that pressure of being married is not there, only because the men that I come across, not even at work, we're going to take work out of it, come across on like a daily when I go out or whatever, we're not on the same level. So I don't have that pressure of, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this. Now the only pressure that I do technically have is like the aspect of like having a kid, because as Black women, especially like after the age, I think like 35, really it's like a little bit earlier than that, really like 30, 32 or something like that. For women to have kids, it's high risk. And I don't want to have to put my kids through that. Whenever I do choose to have kids, I don't want to have to put them through that. I don't want to put my body through that with being a high risk pregnancy and having my child be at risk for like defects or something like that. I want to be able to give them the best life possible. But the dating scene, it sucks. So the pickings are very slim for that to even happen, because I kind of have like a plan in my head for how I want my life to go, how I want my relationship to go, what I want my children to see as far as like same home. So if I could try to do that, then that's what I want to do. It would be a disservice for my kids if I don't do that for them.
Great answer. I ain't gonna lie. My favorite answer that you said, sis, is that none of these niggas on your level. I'm glad. I don't want nobody to get that. I don't want nobody to get that. Now, anyway, beautiful Tammy, you up next. You feel me? Did you ever feel any pressure to be married?
Yeah. When I got married, I did feel the pressure to get married, because back in the day, and I've been divorced so long, I think I got divorced in the 2000s, so it was a while. We lived together for like 5-6 years, and then we got married, because back then it was always like the next step. Like, y'all been living together for so long, and it was the next step. It was always, that was the thing. And we got married at my house, and we were standing on the balcony, and my brother was the pastor marrying us. And my husband turned to me and said, "I hope I can make you happy." And I was standing there like, God damn, we should cancel this shit right now. I was like, we should cancel the whole damn thing. But we were in front of everybody. So, and I was saying to myself, why didn't he have this discussion with me last night or before we did all of this? And I don't know if you remember, Gary Carter always was like, oh my God, they get married. Everybody was so happy, and it was just like back then, if you were together for so long, it was always pressure, because of course, then you wanted a family and you didn't really want to have a child out of wedlock. So yeah, it was pressure to get married. It definitely was. At certain points in your life, and you've been together with somebody so long, and your family and everybody, it's like, well, heck, that's the next step. You know what I mean? But it's not always the next step that you have to take, because maybe you're just meant to be boyfriend and girlfriend, and that's not really your husband. And that's what we found out. But when he said that, I was like, oh, damn, this ain't gonna work, because you're not secure. And, I was making 6 figures, and he was a garbage man. And that insecurity and all of that played. But I loved him, because I used to go out with guys that were rich, and they were mean, arrogant, rude, cheap, and he was a dude that loved his mom. So yeah, it was a pressure to get married. But I would say, if I had to do it all, I should have stopped right there when he said that. Like, y'all, we need to go in the back. We need to have a conference.
Pause.
But, I was 30-something. You just saw my daughter, and let me tell you, because I had her at 42, and I was in the best shape of my life. So don't let age or nothing. When God bless you with a kid, and if it has a defect, that means you're supposed to be the one to handle it. Because they tested me, and they were like, oh my gosh, you might have all of this stuff wrong. And her father was like, oh shit, oh my God, we're going to have a defect baby. And I was like, psh. Doctor was like, no, I love this baby. She healthy. You just saw her. She's healthy. But yeah, you do, after a certain period, especially back in the day, it was like, what y'all doing? And you convince yourself of that. Like, all right, we've been together 5-6 years. Next step is marriage. And we were in love, don't get me wrong, but that question, you can see that there were issues. And I'm divorced right now. Nowadays, it ain't no damn pressure to get married. It ain't no pressure to even know your last name. But anyway, that's another question.
Hey, that was a rap. That was like a bar on a rap lyric. That was all right.
Last name.
Paige, you up next. What about you? You ever feel the pressure to be married?
No. I've been married a lot of years, and it was no pressure to get there. I wish somebody had told me something different, but no, there wasn't any pressure to get married.
All right, what about you, Cuz?
I wouldn't say. See, all right, I did it to myself pretty much, as far as depression. And this, I mean, all right, it was like the presentation was good enough, and I was like, all right, shoot, that's I'm with it,
Right.
or whatever. So the pressure came from, my brother not having, my brother was alive, him not having any kids. I didn't have any kids.
Okay.
I'm in my
30s. Like
yeah,
that, right?
30s, and
Yeah.
40 out. But I got married in 2000.
You was in your late
13?
30s.
Yeah, same thing,
Yeah,
Gary.
I was in like my late 30s, mid 30s, or whatever. And I'm like, all right, my mom never really said anything to me about having grandkids, but she ain't have to.
Mhm.
Like who moms don't want them to have kids so they can
Facts.
have grandkids.
You're right.
So
You're
that's where I put the pressure on myself, or whatever. And shoot, that's how that happened. Whatever. I can't blame nobody for it.
Same thing, Gary.
All on me.
It's all on
Yeah, like it was like filling out a job application, and whatever. It's and the interview person talking to you, and it's sounding good or whatever. And I'm like, all right, okay,
I'll try it.
Yeah, right. I'll take the job.
Hey.
Whatever. But I put that pressure on myself, man, and that's how that went.
Well, great answers as always from everybody. For me, I ain't had no pressure. I would say probably the closest I'd give it, like on a pressure on a scale of 1 to 10, probably 5% pressure. Just because I went with one girl out of all the shorties I ever messed with, one girl for 6 years. If that was the only pressure, like, and the reason why I said
somebody was saying something to you about getting married.
No, it was just like I assumed, like, yo, I've been with shorty for 6 years. This is
Right. You assume that's the next step.
But you feel me? Good thing that we don't go together. But that's what I assume. You feel me? 6 years. This is the longest shorty I ever had.
Right.
You feel me?
That's what's next.
Yeah, that's
That's
what it
next.
is. So let me see what the other 6 years about. Do that. Maybe the marriage will make it better. But I'm glad I didn't make that mistake, because some people do think,
Hallelujah.
Nah, and it don't work like that.
It do not work.
If it ain't right, y'all boyfriend and girlfriend, boy, it ain't no magic wand and no pixie dust that sprinkle over top of y'all when y'all say I do for things to change, man. It's gonna be pretty much the same thing.
Yep.
okay, all right. So the next topic, you feel me? I came up with, you feel me? Some women be calling guys cheap because they don't want to do certain things. But I thought it was like this: guys gonna pay for what they want. So is it that guys are really cheap? Or far as like anything, like some women be like, yo, I need a couple dollars for this, or I probably. And
then when they don't have it, they call
like, yo, he cheap, or he broke it, this, that, and that. Or is it that guys pay for what they want and who they want to pay for? Because I don't think it's that.
I think it's B.
Because I'm gonna say for me before I let y'all answer, because this is probably my favorite topic. I know for me, I'm only paying for what I want to. Yeah, it's something that's gonna tell them no, because you sound like a bum. It's always a struggling conversation. I don't like that all the time. Call me with some good news. You feel me? But when you always hit me with that shit, nah. And I ain't gonna say it's a lot, but it's a few females that already know they can hit me and it's right there. But the other ones who
you can't do it. You can't.
What Drake said, don't invite me no more to the pity parties. I don't want to come to that. So I'm gonna let you answer, sis, because one thing you did say, and me and Gary commented while you was talking, the dating pool is trash for every age. You're the youngest by far on here, and you said the dating shit trash, and we all different age brackets right here on this podcast. So I'm gonna start off with you. Do you believe
it's rough out there, boy?
Yeah. Do you believe guys are cheap, or they pay for what they want?
I don't really know. I'm only saying I don't know because a lot of people don't date within their tax bracket. So I'm my homegirl. I'm giving an example. My homegirl. Me and her, we on the same level. But like she dates like athletes, doctors, chefs, all of that, right? Which is fine. But they shower her with gifts. They might give her 10 bands for her business that she got going on. They might just drop like 50K. Here you go. This to start this new business venture or whatever case would be. Or Like she was just telling me the other day, this guy that she met, he from here. He won like Hell's Kitchen or whatever. 24 years old. She was looking at some Givenchy shark boots. He went ahead and just bought them for her. Mind you, she don't know this man from a can of spray paint. But those are the type of men that she deal with. One of my homeboys likes her. I said, that's not your speed. He like, what you mean? I'm like, that's not. I had to give him an example. I'm like, are you going out to go spend $1,000 on dinner real quick? Nah. That's something that she used to. That's what she used to. So she dates within her tax bracket.
Right.
So I think it's more so, what are you more comfortable with? Are you willing to kick out all this money on this one particular girl because you think she looked bad or you think that she's a great person or whatever case it be? Or you just like, I ain't gonna be able to do that because I'm not making that type of money. So I think it's like it might be a combination of all of those. Dating within your tax bracket. Some men are just cheap. That's just what it is. They be like, oh, I'm not paying for that. And they're like sometimes I test the water. Yo, let me get $60. I'm shooting whatever this is, I'm gonna pay you back. Now, that's never me, but I just want to know what you're gonna say. Mm-hmm. Because if I got it and you need it, I'm gonna make sure you're good. Make sure you pay me back, but I'm gonna make sure you're good though. And I would hope that it's vice versa. Mm-hmm. And then for the other half of they want to spend on somebody that they like, I think that's very true too, because I've seen, like, for me, this is crazy. So like my dad, right? He won't buy me a Louis Vuitton purse. He will not buy me my Louis Vuitton purse. But he buy his wife a Louis Vuitton purse. Crazy. So men, it don't matter. They will spend it on whoever they want.
He can't afford it.
Or they just can't afford it, or they just don't want to do it. And guess what? That's perfectly fine. If they don't want to do it, then that's just not the man that's for you. Or that's not the chick that's for you. So I think that's how I go.
So what about you, Heidi? Do you believe that men are cheap, or they pay for what they want?
I believe everybody pays for what they want. You know, like if we want something, we save to get it. I mean, so if they're not really that interested in you, you're gonna know by their actions. Like, you know, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It's just something that might take some just effort. If they're not making an effort,
go ahead.
That then you're not the person they want to be with.
Mm-hmm.
You're just convenient.
Yeah, I'll tell you, man. It can be simple. Yeah, we make it hard. Yeah.
all right, Jasmine, you up next? Is us fellas? We being cheap? We paying for what we want?
Well, I do know some homies that are cheap. So I can't deny that. They got it, and they still don't do it. So I mean, I'm had to go with. They definitely get what they want when they want it. You know what
I mean? Man, hey, that was a good one. It's the same way with me. I know both sides of the fence.
Facts. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we definitely do. Yeah. So go ahead, Paige. You up next. Guys.
Hey, I agree. It just depends on who you're talking to. You know, who you're dealing with. Some people are extremely cheap, and men always pay for what they want. You know what they want to pay for, but some men are just exceptionally cheap.
Damn, exceptional, but she ain't lying.
Exceptionally cheap. I mean, I know people who deliberately set out to get the off-brand of everything, and they do that on purpose because they want to save money. They're money conscious, or whatever the case may be. And it's not always because they're broke. Some people are just, really tight with their coins. And if it doesn't make sense to them, then it's not important. So if you're dating somebody and you're not important, then you may need to reevaluate that, because some people are just simply selfish, not necessarily cheap. They're just selfish.
Mm-hmm. All right, Tammy, you up next. Are guys cheap, or they pay for what they want?
Let me just say this. I've had a little experience with both. I've had guys that have bought me appliances and things like she said her girlfriend. And all I did was hold their hand. And they were just showering just because they had it like that. They wanted to impress me. They loved a company. We vibed like that. And money was no object. Then, and I want to put this on the record, I've gone out with a cheap ass nigga. His ass, wait a minute. This is how you know. You look, his ass ordering Remy, whatever. You order a goddamn thing of tequila, and he don't even want to pay for it. What the hell?
Mm-hmm.
Or look, I done seen a nigga spend $600 in Lotto, and he don't want to pay for my drink.
Wow.
But he don't want me talking to nobody else. He don't want me, no other nigga to pay for my shit in there. Because normally when we go out, guys, even our friends, it don't have to be about nothing else. They just pay for our stuff, make sure we good. And I'm like, I done seen you blow $600-700 in 30 minutes. Are you kidding me? You don't want to pay for a goddamn $10 tequila? So, yeah, some dudes are cheap. And the thing is, this is how you know. When dudes care about you, they want to take care of you. I'm a generous woman. When I go shopping, I think about my dude first. I buy something for him first. But you got to have a man that will respect that. And some dudes don't really respect that. And some dudes just spend money, like she said, her girlfriend, $50,000, whatever you want. But a lot of dudes nowadays, because of the dating pool, are very cheap. Very selfish. And they don't understand why they get the cut, right? You understand? Because it's a dude's nature that they want to provide for you if they really like you. Like Gary said, if I like you, I'm going to buy you that drink. I ain't going to sit there and buy me $30, $40 worth of drinks and then not even pay for your $10 drink. Like, it's really who you are dealing with, but the signs are so clear. Dudes don't realize, especially when you have experience in dating and you've been treated well, you recognize that right off. They're like, damn, I just saw you spend $800. Really? But don't let nobody else in the bar buy you a drink. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, no, I ain't going for that bullshit. So I'm just saying it depends on the type of guy, who you're with. But most women who have a good heart are very generous. You just got to be that dude to show that you love, because dudes take care of you when they like you. They don't even care about the price or nothing. They just like, that's my baby right there. Make sure she all right. You ain't gonna sit there and spend all that money on yourself and then like, oh shit, I gotta pay for that one drink. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying it depends on who you with, but it shows right away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. What about you, cuz? Are guys cheap or they pay for what they want?
Man, everybody made good points, man. I mean, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. We ain't even gonna talk about that.
You'll see.
Or whatever. I mean, it is what it is. But for the most part, I mean, a guy going like everybody was saying, if a guy like you like that, he gonna do something. He gonna do stuff.
Ain't no limits.
Or whatever. Right. I get it when you just meeting somebody, you don't want to be spending a whole bunch of money and stuff on nobody. Mm-hmm. And if the person coming at you like that, then that's a red flag or whatever. Y'all just met or whatever. But when you're dealing with people, when you like them, you do stuff like that or whatever. I had a friend, I got a girlfriend now, but before, I had a friend that needed some help, and I had it. Mm-hmm. I helped out, or whatever. And if it was somebody that I didn't mess with like that, no, hell no, they wouldn't have got it from me.
Okay.
Or whatever. But she needed some help.
But do you pick and choose? Does it have to make sense to you, or does it just have to be important to her?
No, it definitely gotta make sense to me. Mm. Yeah, because man, people that like you try to get over on you.
But doesn't it have to be organic? Because I'm not that type of chick. Chicks be like, well, you should ask him to do that. No.
Yeah,
If,
not that shit.
if there's a need and you want to provide, just like if I see a need and I can help you, I'm gonna help you.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be like I gotta scheme and wait till you making love and he get ready to come and you be like, oh, what about that mortgage payment? I don't do no mortgage payment. I had women like coach me on. You should tell him to do that. I'm like, but when somebody care about you and they see a need, just like you should be the same way. It should be organic. It should just happen. It shouldn't be like.
And that's,
You know
and that's
what I
how,
mean?
and that's how it was. Like, it wasn't like she tried to manipulate me or throw it in or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It was just something from a conversation we was having. It was a problem.
Yeah, you like, what about that
And,
mortgage?
I was like, damn, shit, I had this problem for a minute. And so happened later, I was available to help her. So I was like, shit, I got you. Help out.
Right.
So
isn't
it with that in mind, isn't it good though to date within your tax bracket?
Yes, definitely.
Absolutely. So you date within your tax bracket or you date up, right?
Right. I try to get in where I fit in.
Yeah, I don't really care.
Or whatever. And
I don't think men can date.
I'm gonna tell you
I'm looking at nobody's pockets.
The man gonna provide if he want to provide.
I know what I can do for a person that I'm with, and that's why I try to,
And the effort is so important. It really is the effort. It ain't even about the money or whatever. But I'm like, if somebody is treating themselves well and then they throw you crumbs, that says a lot about. That's a cheap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't see me spending a whole bunch of money and then my girl, she just sitting. I just look over at her like, oh shit.
Like, I hope you pay that.
Shit, I'm good. I'm good. I'm
good.
Shit, I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I already gave my answer when we first started. You feel? I'm paying for what I want. I ain't cheap. You feel me? But topic 3. Now this topic 3 gonna be crazy for everybody because to me, I think this is one of the hardest questions in the world. You feel me? Who should eat first? The man or the child? I hear people do this debate all the time.
Do it really matter?
I mean, to me that I was thinking the same thing. It really don't matter.
As long as I get my plate, I don't give a damn.
Yeah, but the way how it had me thinking, what the kids about to die from starvation? That's why they gotta eat first. I want to know, like what, like it's like you hate your man. Somebody had to hate that man came up with this topic. But if I'll let you answer first, Jasmine.
That's a real thing.
You hear that?
I mean, I've heard it, but like, is that really something?
Hey, I didn't make this up. Everybody have heard this before. So go ahead, Jasmine. You can go first.
So my wife, she makes my plate first, so I do eat first. But that's because we have younger kids, I guess. So when she sits down, she's sitting down with them to eat and help feeding them, etc. So yeah. But if we're at like a event or something like that, then the fellas kind of lay back and you know what I mean. Children, women go first. And then you kind of grab yours from there.
Yeah, that's usually how I go too.
All right, go ahead. How do you
game and shit.
You up next? Should the husband or the man, shall I say, eat first or the children?
I mean, I think the husband should eat first. So when I was married, I cooked dinner every night. It had to be a meat, a starch, and a vegetable. That was my husband, like he was military and it had to be a certain way. And he sat in his chair and I did serve him his plate and then I made the kids' plate. So, yeah.
If that's how I go in your household.
I do it as long as everybody eat. But
I also agree when we were at cookouts, like it was all like sometimes if I was just sitting there chilling talking, he would go make my plate or I would go make his plate. If we, so that was like laid back at cookouts and stuff like that. But at home, I served him.
Yeah, I wonder that's crazy. I wonder who came up with this small little mini war in relationships. That's stupid. But anyway, Tam, you can go first. I mean, my bad. You can go next. The husband
In the words of Monique from her latest movie, fuck them kids. No, I'm just kidding. Fuck them kids. No, but you know what? I want everybody to eat, but I will serve my man. I will make sure he is taken care of. And I will make sure that the kids are taken, because the kids don't really give a damn. Long as they eat, I will make sure that they eat. But I'm telling you, my girlfriend went out with a Spanish dude. And like when she went over there to certain things, if she didn't serve him, it was like a really big thing. Like, oh, you disrespectful, da 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 da. You know, and they didn't have any kids at that time, but she was really like, she was black, he was Hispanic, and she was offended. She was like, I got to be waiting. Like, don't demand that of me. Let it be something naturally that I choose to do. And if I don't choose to do it, you can get your own plate, and I get my plate. And I was talking to this dude, and the first thing he said to me, I divorced my wife because she wouldn't make me a plate. And I was like, damn.
That's rough. Yeah.
Wait, right. And I was like, well, how many plates did you make her? Like, if that's a demand, shouldn't you be serving her too? If that's what you want. But I would naturally, I agree with Heidi. I would make sure that my husband is taken care of, or my man is taken care of, and the kids are like, cause they, you know what I'm saying? They kids. Hey, it's over there, barbecue, whatever. But I want to make sure that he's taken care of, cause that's just how I am. But don't demand that shit, cause then you're gonna get a whole nother sister. It shouldn't be like an obligation. It should be out of love.
Let it flow.
Be out of love.
All right, Paige, you up next before I let my sister jump in. Go ahead, Paige.
Okay, well, it's an old school dynamic. You know, those are things from the old school, and I am old school. My family dynamic was my mom always served my father first, and then our place was served. So this is the way I do it. I make all of the plates at the same time. I serve my man first, and then I serve my children. And we all sit down and we eat together. That's just the way it is. I believe that the head of the house should be fed first. That's just what I believe.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sis, you up next.
I don't like talk about this only because I'm kind of like, I don't know. I think I'm kind of on the fence. Like, I get it. And like everybody else was saying, I don't think it needs to be an obligation. I think there needs to be a balance at the end of the day. You know, especially if you have, like, let's just say you have little kids, right? And let's just say I'm breastfeeding or something, or, you know, they on like the mashed up food, whatever the case may be. If it's a baby or whatever the case may be, I might feed my child first, just so that.
Well, see, that's the reason why you feed your husband first, because you got to spend more time with your children. So you knock him out the way, you sit down, you're feeding your kids, you're taking care of your children. That's the only reason why. Because you as the mother, you're gonna take time with your kids. They don't sit still, they don't want to eat all the food. You talking to them, you trying to feed yourself. Right. So that's the only reason.
Out of the way.
So, but that's why I'm saying balance.
Mm-hmm.
If we got two kids, if we have twins, we both need to be helping out, because I'm not ready to sit here and just do this by myself. Because what are you doing? If you're just sitting there chilling, eating, and I don't
that's
get
different.
That's different. So that's what I'm saying. It needs to be that balance, but it needs to have that conversation at the end of the day. How are we going to do this? What works for our relationship? Just because that's what people did in the past, that doesn't mean that's what's going to work for my relationship.
It depends on your family dynamic.
Yeah. So that's all that I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think it's just very different. You have to just look at, like you said, the family dynamic. I think everybody is just like, no, this is how it should be. And it's like, all right, I get that, but let's look at the reality of the situation.
As soon as you make it an obligation, now I'm like, what the fuck, man? No, but I love serving my man.
That's what I was going to say. It's the love.
Get him out the way so he's fine. And then because the kids take a lot more energy and a lot more time, like Paige is saying. So that's why you get him out the way. It's just a level of respect and time management. Right. That's really it. Because they're going to drive me crazy. I might be a whole hour with them when I can just shoot him a plate. He happy, and then I can deal with them.
Right. So I get that he's happy, but then I'm still stressed. And it can't
Back in the day,
or where it case to be. That's how. That's how
you. It really is how you. At that moment, you're wrong, because sometimes my man be like, "Look, they off the chain. Let me get you a plate, baby, and then I'll make me a plate." It's who you involved.
Back in the day, women got to stay home more often than not.
Yeah.
Right. So because the woman was home and the husband was raising, out there making the bread,
he tired. He come home. Right.
It was more of a, okay, this is my job. I have a career. My man has a career, but at the same time, because of the type of woman I am, I enjoy serving him.
Right.
Like, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to me. So I don't have a problem with doing that. And plus, he takes care of me in every other way. He's not good in the kitchen, but he got my back. He gives me massages. He rubs my feet. He's there for me. So if I can feed him first, and serve him, it brings me pleasure, and I don't find any discomfort or or shame in that, because it's just something that I enjoy doing.
Well, good. But like our cousin was saying, yeah, like if
y'all keep saying sis and my cousin, what is your sister's name?
Shanira.
Hi, Shanira. It's a pleasure. I was just going to call you sis a few minutes ago because I didn't know what to call you.
My bad. That's on me. That's my sister.
My pleasure.
If the dude just sitting back, like he just sitting back with his feet up and shit,
some crazy shit.
She running around like
my food,
like she a waitress at a restaurant or something.
Right.
We ain't talking about
that. Right, or whatever.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that. We talking about a family that's coming and going and shucking and driving and moving.
So what I've always seen though, like I don't want to say always, but what I've seen a lot is like a lot of women, we have careers now. Work and home, our job is still going, whereas it kind of just stops for the men. And I'm like, that's not how my relationship is going to be. I don't want it to be like that. We're going to have equal parts in the house. So if I'm making these bottles or whatever case may be, or you see that I'm just struggling today, I just can't get it together. Go ahead and wash the bottles for me. Go ahead and just take the kids from me. Like just stuff like that. I just think that it had like, I'm not saying that I don't like to serve them, but I need serving too, especially when you see that I'm stressed. I need you to help take that stress off. And I think that from back in the day, a lot of men just think, oh yeah, my wife just take care of everything. She's great. Well, what do you do for her? You just provide?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what you should do. But I need you to help out with other
people. I was gonna say you done with your answer because I was gonna answer. I mean,
I was gonna I forgot.
Sorry, my bad.
But no, I mean, pretty much like I was saying, if you just, we ain't talking about the person just sitting back and he just got the woman just running around the house or whatever and on some crazy shit or whatever. But if if you see she need help, like she was saying about the baby thing or whatever, I make the plates. Or whatever, she got the baby feeding the. Hey, I got the plates or whatever. Or whatever. If as far as being served first, I ain't never worried about that type of. Only way I'm gonna be fucking mad is if we say she had kids or something, and I food ready, and I come downstairs and then I got a low ass plate. And shit.
That's why you serve your man.
I might have an attitude or whatever, but for the most part, man.
Well,
I ain't worried about who get fed first. As long as I get something to eat or whatever. You can put the kids' plate first, or whatever you want to do. Man, if you serving everybody, that's how I'm looking at it. Like she did her job. She made everybody plate. You ain't even had to get up.
But you know what? Just like it's a pleasure for me to serve my man. When you see your spouse going through something, you're gonna automatically kick in. Right. You know what I mean? Especially if you care about that person. It's like, oh, let me get that for you. And those are the type of men that deserve to be served.
Absolutely.
The ones who's shining on the spot too. What'd you say, Tam?
I said it's sexy when you serve your man. He'd be like, "Damn, baby, thank you." Da, 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 da.
Thank you.
Like
Yes.
that. But I'm gonna tell you, I had a.
Everybody
I
don't deserve
mentioned
it.
to London. Y'all gonna realize it. I mentioned London. I said, "Well, I cook for him." She said, "You cook for him? Why wasn't he? Why weren't y'all both in the kitchen?" Like she was like annoyed. Like what? You
It's a
cook
whole
for
new.
him?
What are we? Generation Y and
I think
Z.
y'all X.
Ain't no joke.
I think y'all Generation X. I think.
We're X.
We're
Generation Y.
I'm millennial.
Baby
we're
boy.
younger than that.
They not with that.
Okay.
Generation Y and Z. They like, look.
I don't
You
know. I
gonna
think
do-
for my generation, we like to. I think that's a great bonding time, especially if it's just y'all two. Y'all don't have no kids. That's a great bonding time in the kitchen. You can, y'all can drink some wine together. Y'all can start cooking together, and then it said somebody don't know how to make something. You're learning from that person. If I can't learn from you, you gotta go. And it can be something just little like that, but that helps better me as a person, as a woman at the end of the day. So I just like, for me, I like the bonding time that comes with it.
Well, for me, what I was going to say was I thought the whole time, and you already know what I be saying. My little joke in the Bible, they say God only forgives fools and babies, and I say a lot of fool answers. I honestly thought that you fed the man first so you can make him stronger to protect the family. That's what I thought. Give me the food first. I'm supposed to be killing people that try breaking this house when the roof cave in. I'm supposed to.
If you're doing all that, yeah, you
What's
deserve
happening?
the food
And I'm
first,
not-
baby.
And I'm not taking anything away from what you said. Sis, you absolutely right. You're coming home from work sometimes, you tired, then you got to deal with the kids and all that. I give you that. But for real man's men, and you probably can attest with this, Jasmine, yo, we got to fix the toilet. We the ones that got to fix the electricity when it go out like that and all the roof. If it's somebody, baby, what's that downstairs? I hear too much knocking. Go there. That's us that got to get up. I mean, literally, to be real, the reason why I thought we get fed first, because for real, the job as a man, we have to put our life on the lines. That's as a man,
That's
man
love and care,
being
though,
there for your
Mommy.
family.
That's a man that love
Well, you
and
know
care.
what?
The man-
And that's what I'm saying.
the man shows you that love and care. You
There's
don't
so
have
many
no
females
problem.
that's operating in their masculine energy now. You will not have to be the person to get to the door first.
Hey,
I'm just keeping it
I
100.
honestly-
It's been a role reversal. Women are very, very.
They dealing
I
with
can do
men
this
that's
by
a
myself, and I got this. And they gonna jump first.
know how to
That's
use
what I'm with.
because and some of the men fail women. That's why they doing that. I mean, I think that's for the most part why women do that is because they've been failed in those areas. So that's why. But I'm just saying overall.
So
to
they
the
get up
topic-
and handle that business. That's not because you defend the world, because you probably won't have to anymore, because we can handle it nowadays. But it's because it makes sense. You know, when you're trying to create a balance in your home and you're the person that's doing all of the cooking and that type of thing. So you feed your man, make sure that he has enough. Because when it gets to the kids gonna want 2 servings, they gonna want 3, they gonna want whatever. So you just make sure he's straight. And you go into your kids, but whatever works for you, whatever works for your family.
Okay. All right. Last topic, because we you already know the show is for an hour. So my thing is this: can you be with someone that likes you, they into you, but they're not interested in the things that you like? And I mean, I had this, and I'll throw this out there. Well, this topic ain't about me, but I'll throw an example out there. I've messed with females who don't like football. It never came to my game at all.
Yeah,
and I'm nice as shit.
I'll go
You feel?
first.
So go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think. No, I mean, you said mess with anybody. Say it again. That's all I can hear.
They want to be with you. They're interested,
But
in
they're
you,
not
but they're not
interested
interested in any of the things that you like.
No, that
Any of the things, like any of them.
Do they really like you?
Do he like
no,
me?
she like. Well, hold on. She couldn't
she
like
don't.
it.
Like it all.
She didn't like it.
I mean, she like it, but do she like you?
Hold on.
Or just kinda like-
I mean, look, we was chilling, having fun to go over doing all that, but like certain joints, I mean, right there, didn't like rap unless it was certain people like only like neo soul type rappers. Really didn't like being around football or sports at all. You feel me? Could tell you that the dudes are cute, but they couldn't tell me about when a game came on or nothing like that. So I mean, Shorty was interested in me, but like certain things that I liked was like nah.
For me, you ain't gotta be really necessarily interested in stuff that I like, but just respect. what I like.
That's
Okay.
how I feel too.
That's a-
Or
Yeah.
whatever. If you know, I like, cause I like, I'm a gamer. I like playing the game. I have my times when I like playing the game, and my girl, she understand that. And like, some man, I be saying all types of stuff with that. The girl be trying to get all in your way and get you, to see if you're gonna stop playing the game. And, no, I don't have to deal with none of that, thankfully, or whatever. She just, she know when I have my time, that's what I'm doing, or whatever.
Mhm.
It's a hobby of mine. That's what I enjoy. I like to do. I like to do, or whatever. So just respect, what I like. You ain't got to
Like it, but just
necessarily
respect it.
like it. And even sometimes I know she don't necessarily, they ain't something she into. But sometimes she might sit and watch me,
Play the game.
play the game or whatever, because it might be a type of game where I'm playing. Like, I forgot what I was playing, but she was like, "Damn, man, that's like a movie," And she was like, she really enjoyed,
Paying attention
enjoyed
to
it,
it. Yeah, gotcha.
seeing the cut scenes and
And when you like somebody, even
So-
when you don't really, really like things,
Mhm.
you tend to, when you like a person, you wanna be a part of what they have going on. So
Exactly.
even if you're not really interested, I might watch a sci-fi movie with my man every once in a while. I'm not a sci-fi person, but I know he enjoys it, So I might do it sometimes just to get that time in.
All right, so go ahead, Heidi. Could you be with somebody? They like you. They like you overall, and you feel me? Your career, everything that you got going, being a great mother, being a great woman, but they just not interested in the same things you're interested in.
I mean, we don't got to be interested in everything the same, but there's got to be something.
Mm.
And even if you don't like it, if you just put forth an effort to be like, go with the person, because you don't know if you might like it. It just might be something you haven't been exposed to yet. So you're like, so you don't know if you like it until you try it. And if you try it and you don't like it, then I can understand. But if you don't even put forth an effort to even like go with me to go do something, then that's a problem.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, sis. You up next, because I mean, you had some strong answers. You feel me earlier? With he better help me with the bottle. He better.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
Like, I dig everything your sister's saying, because like that's the generation now, because that's how it has to be. Economy is so messed up that it takes two people to run a household. You have to work, both of them. So it's not just one person working and like the woman taking care of the home and the kids. We've taken parents out of the household, and the kids are raising themselves, and that's what's wrong with fucking kids nowadays. Like that are running amok because you've taken both parents out of the household. We're tired.
Mm-hmm.
So if you see I'm tired, if I just worked an 18-hour shift, like I don't care if you gotta buy dinner. Just pitch in and help. You know what I'm saying? Because it's gotta be a team effort all together. So I mean, then that's that's how we're living in society now. But back in the day, like 10 years ago, it wasn't like that. Even 10 years ago. Like
10 years ago,
I didn't have to work.
I mean, hey, times change, yeah.
So go ahead, sis. Could you
because my husband took care of a lot of the bills and stuff like that, so I didn't have to work as much. So I cooked every day. I took care of the house. I cleaned the house. I did all that because I only worked 4 hours. My husband sometimes worked doubles, so but he took care of the house. And that's how it was then. But it's not like that. You can't even do that nowadays. You have to have two incomes.
So I mean, since we talk about the new generation, so go ahead, sis. This new generation, could you be with a guy that's interested in you, your career, support you and all that, but the certain little things that he don't fuck with it like that.
So do he like me or do he like the idea of me? That's the question that you gotta ask yourself.
She reading a book, y'all. She got that book.
Because at the end of the day, like, you can't say you like me, but you're not interested in anything that I do. Right. Like, because what are we going to be able to talk about? Like for me, I never was really interested in football. Granted, my brother, he played football, but that's not something that I really was interested in. Now, if my guys say I like soccer, I don't know nothing about soccer, but guess what? I'm on the internet. Let me figure out what this mean or whatever case it be. I'm asking questions. You say you got a game. I'm going to the game. I'm trying to pay attention. I did that with softball. I didn't know nothing about no baseball. I barely still do. I know what a first out is, last inning, all of that. I know the basics, but I don't know like the logistics, right? But I'm gonna put myself in your life. So that means everything that comes with you. Now, it might be a couple things where you just like, I'm really just not interested in that. And I feel like that should be okay. You ain't got to be interested in everything, but it should at least be a good amount so that y'all can have conversations at home. Be like, babe, yeah, let me tell you about work today. Granted, a lot of people probably don't know nothing about what I do, but I'm going to try to help you explain if you ask questions. Because if you ask some questions, that means that you're interested in what I do, even though you don't know nothing about it. But just like, you know what, I'm gonna try to at least get a better understanding, or you just doing your own homework on the side, and then you try to impress me, and I'm looking at you like, where you letting that term at? I ain't tell you that, and you be like, I'm like, okay, I like that, I peep that, and I understand that. So I think a lot of people, they don't really like these people; they just like the idea of them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead, Jasmine. You up next. You feel me? Because I mean, and I'm gonna just give you a scenario. I'm gonna give you a scenario. Let's say you're not married. You see, you got this successful company you got going and all that. Could you be with a woman that's interested in your career, everything, your handsome looks and all that, but not interested in things you like? Because I told you he Ed Reed for real.
So football would be like one of the things. And it's not like a make it or break it thing, but I'm so into football. It is one of the things where I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be thinking about it. I'm going to be involved with it, So my life, I'm a coach. I coach all girl flag football, 14U and 17U. So like I go to the games, I watch flag, I play flag football. I love the Ravens. So it's a lot about me that evolves around football. So when I said that I learned me first before I went out there, I learned that about me, to where as though that's one of the things where as though we got to have some type of conversation so you can understand where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? And that works. Luckily she's a Ravens fan, and on top of that, you know what I mean? So those things worked out. You know what I mean? But it's not a make it or break it thing. But it definitely wouldn't be something that is like I would have to work through that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it would be like yippee. You know what I mean? It would have to let's see if this works. But I really evolve around football, so.
I see what he's saying.
Yeah.
She would have to be susceptible to it some type of way. Or
yeah,
whatever.
because that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm thinking about.
Life. Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah. Just like I said, just respect what I mean, the things that I like. Yeah.
Okay,
you can do that and show some interest in some little stuff or whatever.
You ain't lying, nigga.
That's cool, man.
You ain't lying. All right, Tammy, you up next, huh? Could you be with somebody they into you but not interested? Because I mean, check this out.
Yeah.
I've seen this on movies
Absolutely.
where a guy be super interested in a pretty girl, buying her, get her everything she wants, and then she be like, "What's my favorite color?" He be like, "I don't know, pink or red, one of them."
So let me tell you, I used to go out with a dude when I didn't know what the hell football was, and I used to just we would be playing Pittsburgh, and I'd be like, "Yes, they in the huddle." Woo, they fine. They be like, "Really?"
Hey yo.
They be like, "Really? You can't come here no more." I be like, "Oh, but they so fine." I ain't know nothing about football. Now I do. I'm like, "Oh my God, football is great." But here's the thing. He didn't give a damn. And I ain't give a damn. We used to kiss during commercials. We make out during the commercials. It had nothing to do with whether you like to do, whether you're interested. It was just that we had that connection. So it didn't really matter. You understand? I didn't have to be interested in what he was interested in or vice versa. It's just that we love being around each other. Now I'm a football fanatic. What Ravens? I know sideline, foul. I know all the shit. But at that time, I didn't know anything about it. And he was the best connection I ever had. So once again, it goes back to who you like, what you like, and what is y'all real relationship? Because I'm telling you, I want a man that I can submit to. And the people be like, ooh, what you mean? I want a man that he be like, oh, we're going to move to da-da-da-da. And I'm like, have so much confidence in loving him that I'm like, I ain't asking no questions when we packing up.
Let me grab
when we packing up, when we going. And that's what I want. It don't have, we don't have to have like ways. We just have to have that connection that is so good and so trusting.
They say opposites attract.
That I have faith in anything that you do. You understand what I'm saying? So if you like football, and I didn't know it at the time, I didn't know how to play pool. He told me how to play pool. I know football now, but at that time, I didn't know any of that, and it didn't matter. We had a great connection. So I'm saying it shouldn't matter because once again, it all goes down to who you with, and really, is that your person? Because all of that football and all of that other shit is just trickle shit that lets you know you ain't really supposed to be with this damn dude. Or not, or you supposed to be. You know, your boy know he married. I'm just saying, you know, you don't have to have like ways because like Paige just said, opposites do attract. And we don't have to have nothing in common except us.
Yeah, and real quick, and one of the things is to bounce it back is you got to be willing to learn something else. So I might not be so much into what she's into, but because I'm into the way I'm into football and the time that it takes me away from the home and all that, I'm definitely really open to trying things that she wants to do in the off time.
You love her. You love her.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't really what she's interested in. You love her.
Absolutely. So, because I know I'm that way, I kind of try to make sure I spend that other time with that.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That's
boy. Go ahead.
I like that. Though,
Yeah.
When a person you just
that was a good answer.
So you just kind of just gradually kind of learn the things and get into with some of the things that they like to do.
True that. Paige, you up next.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree with what everybody else is saying. You know, I believe that you don't have to be, totally knowledgeable about everything that they like, but get to if you like that person, you're really going to do your homework. You really are, because you want to be a part of their world. I know my man can't sing, but he knows I love karaoke, so he will show up. He will say, well, come on, let's go to karaoke. It's not going to do anything for him per se, but he knows that makes me happy. So he'll hang out with me, and that's just what we need to do. A relationship is give and take.
It is.
Sure, he might get up there and sing one time.
Oh my God, that would be tragic, but okay.
Great, hey man, great answers as always, man. Y'all killing it tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Great answers, all positivity, getting rid of all toxic bullshit for real. Because everybody else would have been saying some other shit. You feel me? But it's good that some people is overlooking like he or she ain't really got to be interested, but just show respect to my interest.
Right.
Absolutely.
And if you can, shoot, dip and dab and try to find out some stuff that and watch some stuff with me.
I would
get into some stuff with me.
I was just telling this to my best friend about like how relationships, everything I used to do bad in this particular relationship, I learned that like, yo, when you get in a new relationship, don't be doing this stupid shit, blah, blah, and all that. And I remember in a situation where that's why it's bad to be a hood guy. I'm not gonna lie. Being a guy in the streets, gang related, selling drugs and all that, they don't teach you to respect women. It's like this. Get the best looking woman and just have sex with her. And it don't say nothing about thoughts, feelings, how she was feeling. That's it, exactly. And the reason why I brought that up is because for a long period of time in my life of dating women, I thought it was just give them nice shit, excuse my language, eat that coochie, fuck them right, and that's it, and have a good time, go on some good dates.
Come on now,
you partially there. You're partially there.
Come on now, the world of Michael Jackson. Come on now.
Hey, wait. Easy.
You halfway there, boo. You halfway there. Halfway there.
Hey, yo.
Say the
But-
long run, no
But
test.
yeah, but what the point I'm getting to was, you feel me? I used to be certain shorties I was messing with back then used to watch that clown ass channel, Lifetime, and all them googly got them girl shows.
I'm sorry.
Glee.
I
And
stopped and turned in, but I can't really.
and what happened is what I started doing is like
Oh my God.
girls be
That
finding that
Lifetime.
women be into that. They be really be into that.
You
that
know how Lifetime I can't. I'm so far.
You know what I'm saying? I hate that. I hate all of like I ain't gonna lie, no disrespect. You feel me? I just hate all them women hero channels and all that shit. Women, that's for y'all. That's for y'all.
No, because it'd be the same scenario.
I
It is.
Them,
Oh my God, I'm laughing. I can't.
Kidnap somebody.
It's always something.
And this was so weird. This was so weird. I ain't gonna lie. And I'm not saying women are soft or weak, but for us to be defending women, y'all love watching mysteries. Y'all love watching other women get kidnapped. They got raped by their uncle and then the grandfather raised them. I'm like,
I'm done.
Because
I'm
just
done.
watching that, I'm trying to make sure I know what to do in those situations.
Yes.
So I'm learning. I'm gonna watch the ID channel. I know how to get rid of a dead body. You never know when you might need these skills. You just never know. You need to have these skills on deck. Stay ready so you never gotta get ready.
I watch a lot of shows.
Yo, I remember I did not pay attention to just like I remember when like a female would watch her show and all that. I'd just be in my phone and all that until like one day I'm like, let me go and watch this stupid shit. I remember one time this how old I am when I learned this shit. I used to watch Basketball Wives when Tammy and them was on there.
They still on there, but
I'm like, what they talking about? That's
crazy.
I'm like, she
It
all
was
making all
good
that
back in the
noise.
day. I watch it more.
Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, what's all that noise? And then I'm like, okay. And then I saw how she reacted to me being interested in, and I'm like, oh, girls be paying attention, but women be paying attention to that. You like what they like? Oh shit! Well,
Yeah, it's some stuff that probably considered like we really like women watch that type of stuff. That I might sit down and tune in, and then I find myself I'm watching it or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean it happens or whatever, and it's all because I just want to spend that time. She was watching something, and I'm like, man, what you watching? She's like, I'm watching this, and it might not have been necessarily something that I might have picked, but then I know I chill with it and I get to watching it, and it be interesting. So.
True that, man. Hey, man. So I think the moral of the story is, man, don't mess with somebody that's not interested in, or at least show respect to the
Change
thing.
your vibe.
And hey, it's definitely fun when I ain't gonna lie, I love that when women like to do nigga shit. Pause. This is what I mean. I love when women play basketball. I love when women shoot guns. I don't know why that's a turn on to me. I love women that know how to fight. I'm not asking women to fight, but I love that. I don't know. I love all that shit. Throwing the frisbee. I love all that shit.
Athletics.
Athletic shit.
Right.
You feel me? But anyway, we're gonna get back to the regular story. But anyway,
All
this
right,
was another great episode of That's the Way Love Goes. You know what I'm saying? I'm Maurice Savage Jr.
And KG Williams.
And we're going to, of course, introduce everybody as we always, well, everybody leaving out. We're going to say what they do and tell them where they can find that. So, Jasmine, you go first. Tell people about your beautiful products and all that, where they can find it at.
All right, yeah, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, Us Clothing 2020. Website is standwithusclothing.com. Also, we have a manufacturing company called Uniform Pro. And you can check that out on Instagram or Facebook, Uniform Pro 21. And we're always here to help, and let's spread the word.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, Tammy, you up next. Tell the people where they can find you in your business that you got going on.
Sure. I am a realtor extraordinaire. I love to help people buy, sell homes, rent, whatever, gain wealth. And 443-790-1334. I am a RE/MAX agent. I am tammy.hall@remax.net. Please search me out. I am not the average realtor. I am up all hours of the night. I may have some stuff at 3 a.m. I love what I do, and that's what you want. So please reach out. And I love this podcast. This is just wonderful. I'm telling you, I can get to tell my damn opinion and people listen. Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing, ain't it?
So please reach out. I love what I do, but I love this even more. I'm gonna be back.
Yes,
soon.
definitely.
We're gonna have you back.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, sis, you up next. Matter of fact, I'm about to skip my. I don't let nobody find out where they can find my sis.
All right, well, that's fine. But I just want to see one thing to Tammy, though. That's fine. I just want to say one thing to Tammy.
Please.
All right, go ahead, my bad. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing to Tammy. I'm gonna be calling you pretty soon. I'm thinking about either buying something next year, like late next year, but I just need to understand the ropes and all of that. So I'll be contacting you.
Call me because guess what? I need to prepare you so you ain't thinking about the wrong shit to prepare. You might be early ready than what you even know.
Okay.
And where is your mother? Tell her I love her.
She's actually in the living room right now. She didn't hurt herself.
That's my boo. But we gonna talk offline.
Yes, for sure,
like
for
you.
sure. Like you.
Guys.
Heidi, you up next? Tell the people what you got going on, where they can find you at.
Like I said, I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner. I just opened my own practice. I'm in the middle of credentialing with all the different insurances. I think like 6 different ones now. And honestly, I'm not in it for the money. So like, I mean, of course I want to make money, but at the same time, like I will take you on. You don't even have to pay me. Like I will write that shit off. Like I just want to help people, and so that's where I'm at. Brighter Living Mental Health Services.
Man, that's what's up, man.
I mean, we got.
If you need mental health, problems with help with that, we got somebody for that tonight. If you need singing lessons or something with singing, we got somebody who can help you too. Actually, 2 people that can help you out with that, with the real estate, and then Kirsten, she do what?
Cybersecurity, so IT stuff.
Cybersecurity, man, I love it. And it got the clothing. He got, look at the jackets in the back. I see him back
there. There's some t-shirts over there. I need them.
Yeah, I was looking at. I was trying to check out his t-shirt he had on with the. I seen the symbol, so that caught my eye.
Hey, I already I be posting this shit on Facebook.
That's what's up, man. I'm gonna get one of them. I like.
And last but not least, Good Energy Page. I love to say that. Good Energy Page.
Hey.
Yep, I'm your girl Paige. I'm your decor event and party planner. Just hit me up. Lady Page on Facebook and Lady Page 1 on Instagram.
Party planning too. See, that's what I'm talking about.
And go, cuz go and tell us where they can find us at.
Man, you can find us LVGS 360, man. It's the platform. It's the on all platforms or whatever. And Thursday is 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. And plus we got something different. Man, we already did the first episode Tuesday. Yep. And I'm just trying to get things together before we start dropping some of those episodes or whatever. It's just a little change of pace. We just kind of just sit on the couch, just guys and shit, just talking shit.
Yeah, true.
Or whatever. Man, it was we had a good time too, man. So we're gonna be dropping probably clips and then probably the full episode or whatever coming up soon.
True. As always,
I like it.
Yes.
Hey, always working. We don't sleep.
Trying to, man.
We don't sleep.
Amen.
As always, I'm Ari Savage Jr.
KG Williams.
And this has been another great episode of That's the Way Love Goes. We'll be back next week with some more guests and telling about their life experiences and more wisdom they can give to the world.
Good night, people. Nothing but love.
Good night.
Good night.
Next week.
Good night.
Good night.